Hello and welcome to round six of the Division 3 Season 3 Championship here in the FRS series. And we're in Bahrain now. First night track, I believe. Possibly the only night track. And yeah, we're live with qualifying. So who's out, who's not? Uh, I think we've got one of the Haas drivers. Is that the Velociraptor 4? He seems to be the first person out on track, so we'll see what kind of time he can set. We're not sure really what we're expecting today, but it'll be good to see. We know that Massey's quick. We know a couple of the other guys are Renault drivers as well. Very quick. The two Red Bulls last race started right at the back, made their way through the pack quite quickly over the course of the race, and ended up in quite good positions. I'm joined by Elliot. He is off screen or off mic rather, and will be running all the production in the background. I'm also joined by Instinct. Instinct, hello. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great. Looking forward to some great racing today. Hopefully,
Yeah,
the guys can put something together.
yeah. Should be good. As we see, yeah. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. The Velociraptor. He'll be the first one to sort of set a benchmark, and then I suppose we'll see the times come tumbling down as the session gets going and the track starts to evolve a little bit. So they're all on a green track. You can see them warming up their tyres there in the background. But for the Velociraptor, he's coming up to the final corner now, and don't run too wide, just get the power down. And then now he is heading down this incredibly long pit straight, and as we see the speed climb over 200 miles an hour, coming up looking for the 100-meter braking marker, and he's got it spot on there. Nice and tight. Don't put all the power down yet because there's this harsh sort of left right, and now you can really put all the power down, getting down another long straight. And again, hard braking coming. Don't go too wide. It's very easy to invalidate here. As we come to the sweeping left, right left here. Oh, he's gone wide. He hasn't invalidated though. He's fine. And we've got a car facing the wrong way. That's Ferron. Not really what you want to be doing at this stage, this early on. And this is a very tricky corner here. You just got to brake as hard as you can. But because it's sort of sweeping to the left, you get this nasty locking up of the front left tyre. And another very long straight as he come down, looking for the 50-meter braking marker. Turn in, just try and get the power down as early as possible. Hug the inside again.
Oi,
We've
Farron
got,
was
oh,
disqualified.
and he takes that corner a little bit sharply there. Maybe turns in just a tad bit early. And then again, a nice long straight. And Bahrain is really full of them. Here we go, somewhere about 75 meters. Do you brake? Get the power down. Don't run too wide. He hasn't done that. And he's about to cross the line now. And to set a banker lap, what is it? It's a 126. And
And
Gali behind
Gali
has gone
goes
slightly
faster.
faster, a 125.8. Lord Volk just about in the middle of them. So yeah, Ferron's out. We saw him spun round. Not really sure what that was about, but Stogs P1 at the moment. He's got a 25.8, and that's quite a good lap to start off with. We did see, I think, Division 1, maybe they dropped down in the 24s. Division 2, we saw, I think, a low 25, so 25.2 or something. I think was, I believe, Timalele's fastest lap, who started the race on pole. But now watching on board Andrew Orthodox, who has not yet set a lap, but he is coming up to the final corner now, so we'll see what he can do. And not really sure where his pace is at the moment, but we'll see as he comes the run down to this long straight. Just get the car straightened out, and fourth. So a good lap from him. One person we haven't seen yet is Massimo Ramiro, who is coming round now.
Two
He
purple
is
tractors already.
He's gone purple in the middle sector then. So I'm not sure what he's done in the first sector. But
Also purple.
also purple, yeah. So he's been quite considerably the fastest guy, certainly in Spain, and not yesterday, last week, sorry, in the race in Mexico. As he crosses the line now, does he go pole? He doesn't. So 3/10 down, interesting. 2.5 tenths down. It's good separation actually. We've got three cars in within 1/10, and half a tenth separates first to eighth, which is kind of what you want to see. That level of closeness that will hopefully transfer into the race. As we watch now, Aryan coming round. He has already set a lap. This is not a fast lap, so I think he's just coming into the pits now.
I think Fuki is on another hot lap.
So Fuki down in 12th is going for it. Completely out of ERS already though, so not really sure what to expect. Uh, well, he seems like he's going for it, but I think this is probably just an in lap because you can see his ERS down in the single digits now, and he is probably going to run out as they get down to the straight. And Jinxie's gone pole. So that slips completely under the radar because I wasn't looking out for that. We've got one of Force India's coming into the pit lane, I believe. They're not called Force India anymore, but yeah. So Jinxie, that was really quite impressive from him. 25.6. He's gone fastest. He has come out sort of after everyone else, so the track is a little bit more evolved than what it was when maybe Stoggs set his lap. Um, we saw a little bit from Jinxie last time. I think we saw him. We saw that he had the pace. Um, Unfortunately, he did get hustled and bustled in the first lap and ended up quite far down. And then I think got hustled and bustled even more and sort of found his way quite quickly out of contention for the points. So a bit of a shame for him. A lot of stewards inquiries. I distinctly remember being a steward for this division. Um, but he is on pole at the moment. He does have a chance to, especially with his teammate, if Massey can improve on this, which I'm pretty sure he can. We could be on for maybe a Ferrari 1-2 potentially. Been a while since I've seen one of
Possibly,
those.
though, I saw in the chat Massimo saying that Jinxie was quicker than him on this track, so
Hmm, fair enough.
maybe
Well,
this Ferrari driver will provide with some fast driving today.
yeah, hopefully. It's always nice to see a new race winner, and hope we get it again.
Yeah, we are 5 out of 5 for all those races so far.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what we all really want to see. I mean, everyone always bangs on about the 2012 Formula One season, and they had something like the first 7 races with 7 different winners or something like that. And yeah, it was great, really. Um, it's a shame the last sort of 10 years of Formula One haven't been quite as good as that. But oh well. Obviously
Gali is
now,
now on his second fast lap, the first one to do so.
so he's coming through the first chicane now and heading down to the long straight. We'll see if he can set any purple sectors here. And we'll keep an eye on one goal as well. So he's coming around now. So Gali, first sector, he is point 0.5 of a second down. So pretty much bang on from his previous lap. So hopefully he'll want to make up maybe a tenth or two in this middle sector now. He's coming down into that really nasty braking area, and then just got to put the power down as early as he can. A lot of short shifting on this track. Um,
Yeah,
it's
high
got a couple of
traction zones.
yeah, a couple of really tricky corners actually, and you see a couple of yellow flags dotted around the track, but that's surely all going to be fine.
Purple second sector for him.
Yeah, he's gone a tenth up, so he's gone 0.15 seconds quicker uh, than he has before in the middle sector. So we're looking around. Can he improve? He only needs tenth and a half as he comes across the line now. What can he set? Oh,
Oh,
oh, he
same
set
lap
the
time!
same lap. Absolutely fantastic.
Just because Jinxie's had his lap first, he's in second place.
Absolutely right. I
Neck
doubt.
track just improved as well from fourth to third, I think.
Yeah.
And
So,
Stocks sets his fastest lap after that.
oh wow, that is good. That is quick. And
3 seconds almost faster, yeah.
we've seen a lot from Stoggs, but I think this is the first time we've seen him really push the boat out like this. So he's had a lot of unlucky races, but he's definitely quick. And in qualifying You know, we're talking about him all the time, and then when it comes to the race, it seems like he sort of drifts into a bit of no man's land. So hopefully he can keep his nose clean, get some points in for AlphaTauri. And Hamlin yet to set a lap. That's who we're riding on board with now. See what he's
Jordan
doing.
improved to ninth.
He's got a car in front of him. Maybe he wanted a bit of slipstream there, actually, but Velociraptor not going to give it to him. It's coming up now to the Sector 2 split. Just got to put the power down around here. It's actually surprisingly easy to spin it. You think with a car with this much downforce, you wouldn't be able to spin around that corner, but there's just something about it, something about the camber as well, that you just put the power down and the aero just doesn't grip. And here he comes now around the last corner. And again, put the power down nice and smooth. Shortest distance to the line. And he crosses, and he's 13th. So outside the top 10, which might be a benefit for him. We haven't really had a chance to talk about the tyres, but the guys in the front are either going to have to do a two-stop or nurse their tyres a little bit, whereas the guys starting behind can do the medium to hard tyre strategy, and they don't have to worry about the tyres kind of falling off in the same way.
Yeah, I think Bahrain is quite interesting for tire strategies. You can do these soft hards. Then another possibility is the two-stop with either two mediums or medium and a soft. And for the bottom 10, maybe the best strat is the medium hard.
Yeah, absolutely, and there does come a point where you see the medium runners, well, the soft runners, pulling away from the medium runners, and then sort of halfway through their stint, it sort of flips back round, and the medium runners start to catch back up to them. So we'll probably end up seeing that again. We've seen Massey go fourth now, so it's not the pace that I was expecting from him, but I can't say I'm disappointed, to be honest. No offense to the guy. I'm sure he's a top lad. But yeah, I think Mexico was watching one driver kind of race away from everyone else and having a pit stop in hand by the end of it was not as much interest as a good, nice, tasty scrap for the win.
Yeah, it was quite Hamilton-esque, his drive.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good, nice to see a Ferrari do it though. I've got to admit. So we've got a couple of cars peeling into the pits. We've got an Alfa Romeo there also coming into the pits. We've got a Racing Point behind. That is Andrew Orthodox. He
Think
is on a lap. He's a tenth up, tenth and a half up on his personal, and he's boxing.
Jukes is starting one lap now.
So right on board with P18 here now, and yeah, he's coming up to the line, starting his lap now. So he's set at 127.6, which is half a second off Lamb Chop and a whole 2 seconds off, two
And
and a bit seconds
big
off.
lock up there, first corner.
Oh, and a slide and more
Oh,
sliding. That's
not
that's
what
not
he
what
was
you want
looking
to do.
for. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems with Bahrain, really, because of all these really long straights. You've got the long pit straight, you've got the that sort of sector one straight, the sector three straight, and even a straight in sector two. You're running quite a low downforce setup. And for these tricky, oh, he's gone wide again. Oh no, it's bad to worse for him. He's aborted it. Yeah, I thought he might have, and yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but
Nurse
oh
his
well.
tires maybe to get another shot next lap.
Yeah, could do. He's sitting on 90% ERS, so he certainly has got that opportunity. We've got a Williams out. Is that Garly? It is.
Yeah,
Certainly
Gali
is.
is the
So
only one still in this quali, unfortunately. We had
we'll.
Farron disqualify earlier.
Yes. Yeah, a bit of a shame for Farron. He'll have time though to sit and reflect on what he's done. Not sure what he's done, but I'm sure he knows. So yeah, Gali, we'll kind of keep an eye out for Dukes to see if he can maybe improve. He's coming around the last corner now. Is he going to dive into the pit? Oh, he is going to dive into the pit. So deciding not to set another lap, maybe didn't have enough fuel. But here comes Gali. So he's at exactly the same time as Jinxie. Is he going to set the exact same time as Stoggs up ahead? We'll have to see. Crossing the line now. Of course, the track is a lot more rubbered in than it was before. And here he comes, hard braking into the first corner. Was that a dash of lockup, maybe? No, I think he's gotten away with that, and then just keep it nice and tidy through that chicane. Coming up again, hard braking here, turn it in. Just hope the car kind of sticks. Really long corner here, and then a hard braking, and then a right and a left. And again, you just sort of throw it in, pray that the tires grip up. And here he comes now. So we're coming up to that sort of infamous corner, really hard braking around a tight bend here. Is he going to lock up? Not a chance. And then just short shift. You heard him short shift into third there. Put the power down. And he's got one of the Alpha Tauris behind him. Is that Stoggs? It is Stoggs. So just as Gali will cross the line, Stoggs will start a flying lap. So we'll have to watch out for that as well.
Jinxie right behind is also on a hot lap. Had a
Jinxie's on the
purple
hot lap.
first second.
Oh,
First
and
sector.
Gali's invalidated. Ah, that's a shame for him. So we're watching Jinxie now. So Stoggs gets out of the way.
He's
Jinxie
run
runs
and
wide and he's invalidated as
invalidated as
well.
well.
So is anyone going to be able to stop Stoggs? Well, the second and third places aren't, but we're watching Massey at the moment, and he's a couple of tenths up. I think surely it couldn't have been 4 tenths up in the first sector already. That's what my timing graphics were telling me, but I'm not sure I kind of believe it.
For me, it said he was 3 tenths down. We will see.
Yeah, okay, really strange then. So we'll watch on board with him, and then we'll snap back to Stoggs, I think. Interestingly, the two Renaults not really able to do anything in quali, but they've been exceptional in the race, and I dare say they'll put their noses out for this one as well. As we see the Velociraptor gone third, so that's put Jinx even further, and so Jinx and Gali really have missed out by throwing their laps away with invalidations, both at the same corner as well. And here comes Massey, a bit of a lock-up. Is that going to hurt him? Maybe a tenth lost, maybe a little bit less. As he comes across the line now, can he take pole? Oh,
Really close though.
not quite. And now we jump to Stoggs, who's halfway through his lap. He's a tenth slower in sector 2. Is he? Oh, he's just about
And
matching
he's
his times.
invalidated.
He certainly has. So they're all really pushing right at the end. Massey maybe a little bit more conservative than the rest of them. So Nat Track has come up to fourth, Velociraptor in fifth, Jinxie in sixth. Sienna Bob Nelio haven't actually seen his lap, but he's come up to seventh.
I think Lord Volk is still on a hot lap.
So he's within 4 tenths of Stokes. That's great for him. Of course, I've got no bias. Why would I? I'm an impartial commentator, but it would be nice to see him win the whole thing.
Lord Volk also invalidated.
Yeah, they're really, really going for it on these final laps. So Fuki is invalidated. Who else is invalidated?
Andrew
Naktrack.
has invalidated.
So I think this is probably the running order. Who are we seeing? We've got Haas
Lamb
coming
chop
across the
just
line
finishing.
now. Does he improve? I think he's jumped up to 16th. And we've got
Jukes also on his last lap.
1 goal to cross the line. And he jumps up to 16th. Knocks Lamb Chop back down to 17th. And is that Ian now about to finish a lap, or is he just peeling into the pits? He's just peeling into the pits. So I think.
Jukes crossing the line soon. Unless he decides to pit,
No,
which he
he's in
does.
as well. And I'm pretty sure the Ferrari of Massey is just doing an in lap, and he is. Is anyone else on a hot lap? So not Gali, not Hamlin. I think that's the AI there, sort of having a hustle and bustle. He's got one of
I
the
think
Renaults.
that's our running order for the race.
Yeah, so they're all under AI control, all the ones that have stayed out. And so, yeah, there we go. That's it. Stoggs P1, Massey P2. We'll wait for the actual timing sheet just to be doubly sure. I'm not sure why it hasn't.
I think because some drivers are still being pushed
There
into
we
the
go.
pits. There we go.
So, Stocks P1 with a lap, a couple of tenths faster than everyone else. Massey P2, Gali 3, Knack Track in 4th, Velociraptor in 5th. We've got Jinxie in 6th. In the other Ferrari, we've got Sienna Bob uh, up into 7th. So hopefully a bit of a change of pace from him today. We've got Fuki in 8th. We've got Lord Volk in 9th. We've got 10th is Addyman. And then we go into the outside the top 10s. We've got Andrew Orthodox in 11th, Ian in 12th, the two Renaults, Air Jordan and Rekka in 13th and 14th, followed by the two Mercedes of Hamlin and One Goal. Then we've got Lamb Chop in the Haas in 17th, Dukes 18th, and Rekka, and Ferron down in 19th, unfortunately being disqualified.
Yeah, the Renault's not delivering these last two qualies at least. Wrecker had a horrendous race in Mexico last time round. Air Jordan climbing up the ranks last race, but still only 4th or 3rd after stewarding, I think.
Yeah, I think the stewards dropped him down a little bit, and unfortunately, we will have to wait until the stewards' inquiries are completely done in order to find out what the actual true running order is. But that isn't going to stop us from speculating. So we're just waiting now for everything to load up. And yeah, so what are your predictions then, Instinct, for this race?
That's hard to say. Stock seemed really fast. 1/10 over Massimo, who was usually dominating these last races. We'll have to see what he can do during race trim. But I think Massimo's still a favorite for me in this division, just because he's like consistently really fast. But we'll have to see what the other guys can do.
Yeah, I mean his pace is absolutely incredible, and there's no taking away from that. Stoggs though, he snatched pole by a whole tenth or so above everyone else. I'm wondering if he's going to break the mold today and go on and convert this into a big hefty load of points. But we'll have to wait for that. Gali, we know he's quick. Knack, we know he's quick. Velociraptor, we know he's quick. Jinxie, certainly last time out in quali he was quick, but we'll have to see what he can do in the race.
Let's
Uh,
talk
s-
about tires. The
yeah,
first
so
the first 10 obviously on the softs, and then a mixed bunch. Two soft runners, one hard runner, and the rest on mediums. Interesting strategy choices right here. Let's see what they do in the race.
Air Jordan in 13th and Lamb Chop in 17th have decided to start on the soft tire.
I guess trying to make up some positions early on in the race and then seeing what they can do. Maybe extending that stint to go into the hards.
Yeah, it could be. I wouldn't count out some of the guys running in the medium outside the top tens. So we've got Andrew Orthodox starting 11th, Ian in 12th, Rekka. We know these guys are quick, 14th, and they're all starting on a medium tire. So if they can sort of hold it together, first lap, could see could see them fighting out with the guys in front as Stoggs is backing it all up there, and we see Massey and Carly nearly ploughing into the back of him. And now they're coming to the line. So this is it, the start of the sixth round of Division 3. We're on season 3 at the moment in the FRS. And what to expect? Are we going to get another race winner? Are we going to see some of what we've seen before? We're just waiting for the last guys now, and then we'll find out. So last cars are in. The conductors press the light button. There they come. 5 lights, and they're out, and they're off. And Stoggs,
Gali is
oh, a
slow off the
really lot
line.
of wheel spin there, and I think Massey's going to jump him at the start here. We've seen a
There's
little bit of
wings
carbon
flying
fiber
already.
going. Oh, and they've just about kept it clean into turn one, those two, as we see Massey really hounding Stoggs here. And
Gali lost
Stoggs
the
just
position to neck track already on the start. Velociraptor and Jinxie right on his back.
so Stoggs getting away. He's half second clear at the moment. Massey, well, we saw Stoggs really sort of throw the rear tyres up there. A lot of smoke coming from the back of his car, but he managed to get it under control. Massey's sort of chasing behind in second, but the two of them have. Oh no, they haven't. Sorry, that's something else. Track is down in third, Garley in fourth, Velociraptor in fifth, Jinxie in sixth, Sienna Bob holding position in seventh. We've got Addyman in eighth and Lord Volk behind. So both soft runners, so that's Lamb Chop and Air Jordan, have actually jumped all the medium and hard tire runners. And we see, oh, is that Sienna Bob going slower? Oh, he's made a mistake there. Naddy Man's gotten past him, so that drops Sienna Bob into eighth. We've got cars right behind. We've got a Renault, we've got a Haas, and the Renault going up the inside. He's taken a position from Lord Volker, and he's taken a position from Sienna Bob. So Air Jordan all the way up into eighth already. And yeah, we were talking about his race pace, and Lord Volk gets past Sienna Bob as well. Fuki right behind, looking to make inroads as well. And Air Jordan, that was really impressive first lap from him.
Yeah,
And he is on the
that's
hunt,
what
and
he
Sienna Bob's
wanted.
into the pits. Oh, and Sienna
Lamb
Bob.
Chop following as well.
And that's such a shame for him. Such a good qualifying. He's into the pits now. He slaps on the hard tires, I believe,
Yeah,
and a new front nose.
the timing screen is out of order as usual.
Yeah, showing him in the fourth, but we know that's not true.
Gali
We know
and the
Stokes is.
Velociraptor just went flying. It's off in turn 3, I
Oh,
think. Turn 4.
oh, that's such a shame. He's all the way down. Has he got damage? It actually doesn't look like he has, but those soft tires are going to be
Are
cooked.
dead, yeah.
Oh, and that is such a shame
Assuming
for
he has
him.
to pit now. And Ferron has gone round as
Oh, and
well.
you can see there he is. So Ferron has come round, and the Velociraptor, those overheated soft tires are now going to be absolutely worth nothing. He's got to pit. He has to pit. He's got to put on some hard tires and see what happens. Such a shame for him. It really is a shame when it all kind of goes wrong at once. But unfortunately, it all sort of continues. We've got Fuki and Lord Volk quite close to each other. You can see on your screen there Hamlin and Andrew Orthodox, that is. Stog second fastest laps though out in front. He's not going to be perturbed by
Yeah,
Massey
he's
behind him.
almost out
Nearly
of
a second.
DRS range.
Yeah, it's really impressive from Stogs. Really putting the laps in, and he's in a position now where he can essentially do what he was doing in qualifying, which is just kind of hot lap and oh, and look how close these guys are to each other. We've got Ian looking to gain a position on some of the soft runners ahead of him. He'd be in quite a good position if he can just sort of hang on to the back of him, stay in DRS, let the DRS pull him along. And yeah, so that was Fuki getting past Lord Volk. And Ian really all over the back of him. He's got nothing to do at the moment, just kind of has to wait his turn. But you can see him closing up, and he looks to have so much more grip on those medium tyres than Lord Volk does in front. So I wonder if Lord Volk's made a lock up or something else and just run those tyres down a little bit because Ian really is sort of hounding him now. Up at the front, Stoggs is out of DRS range of Massey. He is just going for it. And Track behind is almost out of DRS range of Massey. In fact, I think he might be by the time they get round to the final corner. We'll have to see. DRS is available on this lap now because we are on to lap 3. We'll see. Does Track open his rear wing? He does. So he's just about kept inside DRS. Gali a couple of seconds behind now. So we're looking at the sector, the delta splits, and Gali a whole 2.7 seconds behind. He has got Jinxie right up his tailpipe.
Ian going for a dive into turn 1? No, he's
And
just trying
Jinxie's
to.
got the DRS open. He's going for it, and he's taken fourth place. and nothing really Garly can do to fight back here. Jinxie just kind of puts his car in the middle of the road and says, "Yeah, I'm having that. That's my position. You're not coming back at me." And yeah, Garly's just kind of got to follow him now. So Jinxie making up for some of the positions that he's lost out with invalidating in qualifying. He probably thinks to himself he should have started, if not on pole, then at least on the front row. Oh, and a
Yeah.
big slide from him as well.
We see a small train forming behind Lord Volk. All those mediums runners being held up.
Yeah, so Lord Volk really going slowly on these soft tires, and here comes Iron. He's going to make a move for it, going up the inside. He's got the position done already, and that means that Wrecker behind is going to be all over the back of him. Nothing he can do right now. In fact, he hasn't actually stayed that close to
Oh,
him.
someone's gone off. Is it
Oh, it's Fuki.
Fuki?
Ah,
Unfortunate.
spun it round, and Andrew Orthodox is now right up on Wrecker's gearbox. He's going to go for a move here. Is that a smart idea? Because I'm not sure if he'll have DRS. Oh, they
Yeah,
nearly touch.
he has
So nearly touch,
DRS
and
as well.
I think they will all get DRS as the Lord Vault goes into pits and he speeds in the pit lane. And here comes Andrew Orthodox. They've both got the DRS open. It's just an absolute drag race down to the first corner.
He's got
The
the
Racing Point
inside
has the
line now.
inside.
Now
Wrecker's
it's
going to
back
go all
to
the way
the
around the
random.
outside. Oh, they're so close to each other,
Andrew has
and
DRS now.
yes,
Wrecker
and
as
they
well, though.
and Andrew just about makes the pass there. Wow, that was great racing from these guys. Um, So all of this has sort of led to stocks really just kind of getting away from everyone. We've missed as well is that Gali has gotten back at Jinxie, and
Yeah,
they're fighting.
stocks with a big gap. Neck track past Massimo.
So we've got Stocks in the lead, kind of just going away from everyone. We've got Naktrack and Massey fighting it out, and oh, you can see how close they
We
are. And here comes Massey up the inside.
they
That's not
almost
really a
touch.
passing place. Um, yeah, that was a bit silly, I think, from him. But he's
Yeah,
just got to stay this close behind him,
yeah, he
get
will
the
get him on the
DRS.
next straight unless
Surely
he
it's
has
going
a
to have
really
him.
bad exit.
He surely must get him here. So yeah, he's so close to him. He's got the DRS open. Velociraptor's already got a cut track warning there. That's not going to help him. And here
He's not
comes
using his
Massey.
ERS though, so
So,
he still has another.
oh, and a big slide as he comes around the chicane. And here comes Massey again. He's got the DRS open. Is he going to use the ERS? He is not. Maybe he's thinking he'll just kind of sit in the DRS, save
Yeah,
up ERS, and maybe make the move another time. And they've lost. I think they've lost a second to Stogs in the last lap. So that's what happens when you're busy fighting.
yeah.
Jinxie
Jinxie just went past Gali again as well.
Jinxie getting past Gali, and again that's just slowing both of them up. So
Yeah,
maybe
they're
Massey's
losing time
thinking.
to Massey. Yeah,
Maybe Massey's just thinking. You know what? If I keep fighting with him, Stogs is just going to run away with this one. So I'm just going to stick with Naktrack, hope that his pace is good, and and we'll just kind of try and catch up to him together. If we don't fight each other, that unfortunately is not what Jinxie and Gali have in mind because they are fighting each other. And I dare say when we see them come round again, we'll see Gali slingshot his way back past Jinxie. Uh,
and that
they-
that allowed Eddieman to close up. He's right on the back
absolutely.
of Gali now.
And Air Jordan as well is. Ooh, big slide there from Air Jordan in the background. I don't know if you saw that on the actual stream, but he just came around that corner just behind him and just lost the rear end a tiny bit. He is 2 seconds behind, but he will hope to
And
catch up to them.
Eddieman
And here
goes
comes Addy
past
Man.
Gali.
And he's got the position, and neither of them are close enough to Jinxie. But Addy Man might be after this DRS straight. As Gali looking to come back at him, he's going to try and break late. He isn't. He's just going to stay in the DRS. And the Ferrari's out, off. Massey's off. Massey's off the track. And he's rejoining behind Gali. And he's going to
Behind
rejoin behind Air
Jordan.
Jordan. And what's happened there?
I think he put
Oh,
the power down
no.
too early in turn two. That's like a common spot for spins if you just don't get the traction and then the car spins out.
Oh, he's locked up massively as well, coming around
He
the
has to be
couple of
careful now
corners.
because his tires are so hot.
and
think
he's just
we will see him come in this lap,
yeah,
probably.
he's surely got to. You can kind of see him now limping around, and that's given Track a lot of breathing space. So he's got 4.5 seconds in front of him. He's got nearly 4 seconds behind him. Um, he doesn't really have any pressure on him. If he can start pumping in good laps, he might be able to slowly close back up to Stoggs. But I've got to say, Stoggs really doing an impressive job here. Hasn't won a race, hasn't really been in contention for winning a race, but he is running away with it today. And Jinxie behind, and you can see the train. So Air Jordan is catching up. It looks like they will all have DRS. Maybe Air Jordan just outside DRS here. So
Yeah, I think he's
Jinxie coming
outside.
around the Jinxie coming around the final corner here. Now, Addy Man, you'll see his DRS pop open. He's so close to him, he has to go past, surely. And Gali not quite close enough to make a move on them. And yes, so Addy Man up
Must
into third
pits.
place.
Must be retired.
Oh, he's retired. Oh, I wonder what's happened
I
there. Maybe it's just
did
frustration getting to him.
not to expect that from him.
No, I mean, he had the chance to
I
go on
don't think
to.
he had damage. Still knowing he has this pace. Maybe the frustration just kicking in big time.
Oh, that is a shame. That really is. And the AI has decided to bring his car back onto track. Hopefully, we won't see anything happen with that, because it can always sometimes get in the way, and especially when they don't have ghosting on, which I don't think they do. And the AI peeling over to the side and retiring the car. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So Jinxie up on sorry, Addy Man up on Jinxie. We've got Air Jordan right up underneath Gali now. And Gali himself is right behind Jinxie. So it's not showing me the sector splits, but I can see it on the mainstream. Jinxie almost out of DRS range now from Addy Man ahead. So Addy Man just relishing the clean air and pumping in those laps. And I think, yeah, Jinxie a whole second behind, so he won't get DRS, and that will put him really in a bad position, as he's got Air Jordan behind and Andrew Orthodox behind him. And he's into the pits, and so is Gali. So Jinxie into the pits, Gali into the pits. We have
Stocks
got
onto the
and
hearts.
Stoggs as well. So Man takes the lead of the race, the provisional lead. Well, not provisional lead, he just takes the actual lead of the race. Air Jordan in second. They're obviously going for another lap. Um, right behind that, we've got Andrew Orthodox on medium tyres. He is only 4.5 seconds behind them. So actually, he's doing quite a good job on these medium tyres, as is Wrecker behind him, and Aryan just behind him as well. Um, we've got Hamlin, who started on the hard tyres, running in seventh. We've got Stoggs, who is just behind him, also on the hard tyres in eighth. We've got Track and Jinxie, both on the medium tyres, so that's an interesting choice. And Stoggs
Stocks
has
got a
picked up a
penalty.
3 second there. But well, when he was running, I suppose what I'm about to say is going to sort of nullify that penalty. But Track and Jinxie behind on medium tyres, they will have to pit again. So not only will they have to overtake Stoggs, but they'll have to pit and then make all that time up again. So Stoggs really in a great position here. The only person he's got at the moment that can really challenge him is Gali. As we can see, Stoggs is desperately trying to get past Hamlin. Hamlin's not going to just pull over, though, because they are racing for position technically. I mean, they're not really racing for the same position, um, but they are, seventh and eighth on track, and Hamlin has no obligation to get out of the way of Stoggs. But Stoggs
Eddieman
will get
into the pits. Air Jordan staying out for another lap.
And Stoggs will get the DRS here. He'll surely go flying past Hamlin here. And he does indeed. So Stoggs up into sixth. He's got another Mercedes in front of him of one goal to try and get past. And Hamlin really fighting that one back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's just trying to lose as little time as possible, or maybe he's just having a little bit of fun, which he is entitled to do. Nothing wrong with that. We have got Air Jordan staying out on soft tyres, so he's really pushing it. A little bit of a slide for him as well. So we'll have to see if uh, if that's the right call. I don't think it is, personally.
Well, when I talked to him earlier today, he tried, or he said maybe he will try the soft medium one stop. Maybe that's what he's going for.
Ooh, I wouldn't recommend that at all because you just. I mean, I did do that in my race yesterday, and not by design. I just totally missed when Jeff told me to pit, and then I ended up having done 10 more laps on mediums than I intended to. It wasn't fun, I'll tell you that. They were nearly at the point of puncturing, and even when I put on the soft tires, by the end of the race, they were nearly at the point of puncturing. So, um, Andrew Orthodox and
Yeah,
Air
he's
Jordan's gone out
closing up.
again. So he is going for that soft medium. I wish him all the best of luck. I don't think it will work out. And as we see, Stoggs is being closed up now by Track behind him. So Track has got the DRS open, but so has Stoggs on one goal ahead of him.
And Air Jordan has gone around. Oi, and he's gonna be collected. Yep. That's what you don't want to see.
Oh, we've got one of
Yeah.
the Red Bulls. No, he's lost almost all of his front wing. Has IN and Air Jordan's out, and the full no, not even a full safety car. The virtual safety car is out. So, oh, things just go from bad to worse from the Red Bull guys, and oh, that's such a shame for IN. What it does do is it allows a couple of them a free pit stop. So we'll have to see if anyone takes advantage of that. I don't think it's going to be long enough for the guys like Air Jordan and Wrecker to peel into the pits. But we have
Air Jordan
seen.
is out of the race. He got collected
Sorry,
by Iron. He spun in the second corner,
sorry. I think I
and
meant Andrew Orthodox and Wrecker.
all right then.
um, but the Force India, or not Force India, Racing Point and the Renault, um, not quite close enough to the pit lane, and I think the virtual safety car will be ending fairly
Lamb
soon.
Chop
Lamb
picked
Chop,
up a penalty.
a bit of a shame for him. And as they get back to racing, and we see Ian just kind of trying to make it round, not doing a brilliant job of it given the situation. But here comes Stoggs now onto one goal. So he wants to get past as quickly as possible. Track is all over the back of him. Stocks is so close there to one goal. Is he going to try a move already as one goal goes into pits? And that leaves Stoggs a little bit vulnerable to Track behind. Track is going to go up the inside.
On the faster tires.
And Stoggs really
Contact.
hanging around now. And he just wants to. He's not going to give that one up because he knows he's racing in from position. And the longer that Stoggs can keep Track behind him, the longer the better the chance that Knack isn't going to make those medium. I think soft, medium, soft is what he's going for. And I think the longer that Stoggs holds him, uh, the worse that Track will be on that strategy. So
Mm,
Track really needs to get past really quickly. Jinxie needs to get past Hamlin quickly, and they both need to basically just get a shift on and make their strategy work. But Stoggs isn't going to let that happen, especially now that he's got that 3 second penalty. But then the danger is if he spends too long holding them up, he'll allow Gali maybe to close up. I'm not sure what's happened to Gali actually. He's been jumped by Addyman. So Addyman is in provisional second at the moment. Um, and I don't know if he lost just a lot of time in the virtual safety car because he's not where I thought he would have been. But even still, Andrew Orthodox comes across the line and he starts lap 13 of this round 6 in Bahrain. He is staying on the medium tyres, as is Wrecker behind him. So they're going to be looking to pit for the hards at some point. We'll have to watch to see that. And here comes Track. He is getting past Stoggs now. And Stoggs again just
Around
fighting
the
it back.
outside.
Stoggs is going to have DRS here, though. So he just needs to keep in his window, open up the DRS. Track is not going to go defensive. Here comes Stoggs. Is he going to break late? He is. He's going to take the position. Oh, he's going to leave Track room. They make contact. And I think Track just kind of forces his way through. And that really was quite inevitable for Stoggs, to be honest. So he's done a good job. He's held him up for a couple of laps. Um, and Track really now needs to just kind of get a move on and pull away from him. Stoggs
Yeah,
will
he
have a
can
bit of
do a good.
DRS here.
He has the advantage in the traction zones with his softer tires. He just needs to build the DRS gap and then he should be fine for the moment.
And the other thing now is that if Stoggs can stay within
Stay on the back,
DRS,
yeah, that helps him a lot.
so he's about 8 tenths down now. He is making it all up now, so he's using that slipstream to good effect. So he will have DRS here. If he has DRS here, he will also probably have DRS in the sector one straight as well. So you see the flap opening there, and he's using Naktrack's speed to pull himself along, really, and that's going to infuriate Naktrack. I think he'll be looking at his mirrors, uh, not in, not being too pleased at what's going on behind him. But
Yeah,
nothing he can do.
the time he pulls away in the traction zones, Stocks just comes right back in the DRS zones. That's not what he wants to see.
So I'm wondering when the medium tyres will start to pit. Ian, who's now on new soft tyres, has set the fastest lap of the race. Um, I don't think he's going to be able to pull anything back quite like where he was, unless there is a full safety car, which could shake everything up. I'm sure Stokes doesn't want that to happen, especially with his time penalty. Andrew Orthodox still keeping a good lead, 4 seconds to Wrecker, and Naktrack is closing up to Wrecker, and Stoggs is staying with him. So Stoggs still within that 1 second. We've got Garly kind of hounding Addyman. We've got Addyman hounding Hamlin in front of him. They're both going to want to get past the Mercedes driver, as both of them have. We've got McLaren facing the wrong way. I believe that is Dukes. Maybe has spun it, but he's recovered now.
From what I can see in Twitch chat, Massimo had like equipment issues where his pedals were registering input, although he didn't. So that's why he
That's a shame.
DNF'd.
Here comes Naktrack on Wrecker. He's going to make the move up the inside. Stoggs might have to wait another lap. And indeed he does. So Wrecker sort of lets Naktrack through. And could this be the moment where Naktrack pulls that one
Yeah,
second to Stoggs?
that has to be the chance for him to build up a gap.
And it's going to be a while now, I think, before Stoggs can get himself past. He's on this on he's on newer tires than Wrecker, but he's on harder tires than Wrecker. So where the pace is, we're not really sure. I imagine the hards may be just slightly quicker. Stoggs has got the DRS open here. Is he going to be able to make a move? I don't think he is. And I think if he made the move there, I would concede that maybe he'd be able to get back into Nack's DRS window. But I think if he's not able to do it now and he has to wait till a long main pit straight, I'd have to say Naktrack will have built up the lead by then. In fact, it looked like Naktrack has almost built up a 1 second lead to Wrecker, and actually this is going to hurt Stoggs even more. So Wrecker is within DRS of Naktrack. Stoggs is in DRS of Wrecker, but he's not going to be. It's not going to be the easiest. Well, it is going to be the easiest of overtakes actually. So I stand
Yeah,
corrected there. And Stoggs is still always zero point 0.8 of a second within Naktrack, so he has still got DRS. And that is fantastic driving from Stoggs.
Gali's gone
He
past
knows,
Hamlin now.
and Garly past Hamlin, yeah. So getting a bit closer to where he wants to be. Yeah, I was saying fantastic driving from Stoggs, really using this DRS to really help himself out, and he's still so about 8 tenths behind Naktrack. He will get DRS in the middle sector as well, um, and then he will get DRS sort of round the pit straight if he can just stay close enough. And I think
Yeah,
every lap.
he's just using neck track as a slingshot for later on in the race.
And yes, Naktrack had built up a 0.95 gap or something, so close to kicking Stoggs out of his DRS, and you see what the DRS does. It brought Stoggs a whole 2.5 tenths closer to him, and now yeah, zero point 0.6, zero point 0.7 behind, zero point 0.8 maybe, but it doesn't really matter as long as when they cross the line or when they cross the DRS activation point, which is coming up now, he has got DRS and he will be able to use that again just to close up. He doesn't need to pass Knack. Knack isn't going
And
to go
all
all the way
this
to the end.
allowed Wrecker to get back at stocks again. But he's still... Yeah, Wrecker still losing some time. Surely has to pit soon. As well as Andrew, both still on the lap 1 mediums.
Yeah, so they are coming up to Andrew now, both Natchak and Stogs. 2.5 seconds behind Andrew. And you'd have to say that Naktrack really, if he wants to do anything with this race, has to use Andrew Orthodox to bridge that gap to Stoggs, because Stoggs isn't letting go of him. He is absolutely glued to him. And he's at the point now, he's almost running into the back of him, and he slides a bit around there in the dirty air of Naktrack behind. And this is an absolutely fantastic scrap, absolutely irrelevant, really, for the end result, because we know that Naktrack has to pit again, and if he doesn't pit again, then his medium tires are going to be absolutely trashed. Stoggs must be loving this. He knows that uh, Naktrack has to pit. He knows that Wrecker and Andrew have to pit. He knows that Jinxie has to pit, and he knows that Addy Man is a whole 7, 8, 10 seconds behind him, something like that. Um, so he really has got this under control. He knows Massey is out. Um, and he hasn't really got too much competition, as once again we come round the final corner. Stoggs is within DRS of Naktrack. Naktrack hasn't got DRS on the car in front, and here he comes and just closes up that gap, and you see the time
Nectrack's using
tumbling.
up all his DRS. We see his light flashing while Stocks just chills behind with no ERS used, saving it up for later on in the race.
Yeah, I mean, Naktrack certainly is pushing. He's down into almost single digits now with his ERS um, as he comes into the braking zone. Stoggs is on 60%, and it looks like the tyres have switched back the other way now. So Stoggs is really closing up to Naktrack. It's a couple of times now where it's looked like Nak's braked a little bit early, and Stoggs is kind of braking quite late and nearly running into the back of Nak. And Stoggs needs to be careful, because he doesn't need to pass him. He doesn't need to even be this close to him. He can drop a tenth back and still be in very good position. But Nak is now within a second of Andrew in front. So how is this all going to shape up? We saw he couldn't do it with Wrecker. He couldn't build that gap to Stoggs. Um, he might be able to do it with Andrew, but is it a case of too little, too late? If there isn't a safety car, he really has to gun it on those mediums, on those new soft tires at the end of the race. And I just don't think he has that kind of pace in him. And we have to be at the point now. I mean, Stoggs is almost looking like he's going to overtake Naktrack, and he might do, as they both have the DRS open. And Andrew's keeping position up in front. Here comes Naktrack trying to go all the way
Wrecker
around
into
the
the pits
outside.
now.
Stoggs is behind, so Naktrack is side by side with Andrew, as here comes Stoggs. Got the DRS open. Andrew does
He's
not.
passed both of them.
Stoggs has gone past both, and he's coming in, braking late, and he's going to try and force Knack around the outside, pushes Knack off wide, and Andrew Orthodox is going to get past Knack Track, is he? No, not quite. So Stoggs back into first place, and
Yeah,
Knack
I
Track,
think we have to see Andrew come in for a stop now.
and that was absolutely
Wrecker also
fantastic.
stopped for his softs, so I guess he will come in now as well.
Yeah, so Recker's got to put some really quick laps in now if he wants to catch up to the guys in front of him. He's got a bit of breathing space behind him. I don't think he'll be challenged too badly for the position that he's got, but he has the chance to challenge for positions ahead. So he's got to make up just over a second a lap on the guys ahead. Um, but absolutely fantastic driving from Stoggs. Just using that DRS, and then when the time was right, he just decided, you know what, I'll just go for it. I'll just pounce on Knack, and there's nothing really Knack can do. Knack is out of DRS range. I think you will be seeing that track coming into the pits, if not this lap, then the lap
I
after.
think Ion's gone round in the second sector.
And
There
Andrew
was
Orthodox into the pits. And so is Jinxie. So Jinxie in for soft tires. Andrew will be in also for soft tires. And that promotes Gali up to fourth. And Addyman up to third. So, Adiman is 11.5 seconds off the back of Naktrack. We've got Gali 1.5 seconds off the back of Adiman. Now, Naktrack does have to pit, but will be on soft tyres to close out this race.
Yeah, I think we will have a nice three-way battle for fifth now with Andrew, Wrecker, and Jinxie all on fresh softs.
I think, to be honest, they might be challenging the likes of Adiman and Gali up ahead. So we could be watching a really good battle just for second place. That would be quite interesting to see. Um, and yeah, Iron into the pits again. He's going to put on some medium tyres to close out this race. And Sienna Bob in 12th. They've really had a poor race today. I'm not sure how much of it was their fault. Certainly, I really can't blame him for the contact he made because he was in a really good position. Sienna Bob taken out very early, so it was hard to know what kind of pace he had in the race, and he's got a couple of penalties as well.
Yeah, will we see Nectrack go onto softs again? Maybe he will stay out. He has a big gap to Ediman, 11 seconds behind him. Maybe he will just try to stay out.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think he's pitted maybe too early for that. Uh, I, I I don't see it happening personally. Um, but you never know in these situations, in these kind of races, what is actually capable.
I
And
mean,
we see
he
Jinxie
pitted
going
on
past.
lap 9. Maybe he
Jinxie,
can make it.
maybe he can. We'll just kind of have to wait and see then. Um, so I, I suppose he's technically within 3 seconds of Stog, so he is uh, at the moment running P1 on a technicality, but Stoggs has so much more pace than him. I'd say he'd push
Yeah,
that
and
gap out quite quickly. So a safety car would really ruin it for Stoggs at the moment. So that's what he's hoping doesn't happen. We're watching Sienna Bob and Fuki battle it out here. Fuki looking to get past him, going up the inside. Sienna Bob not going to defend, going to try round the outside to keep the position, but he isn't able to, and Fuki takes that one away from him. Sienna Bob, of course, has got a 3 second penalty as well. That's not going to help him out. And I'm in the position, yeah. So he's fighting the Velociraptor behind, and Knack track into the pits. So Knack is in. Soft tires are waiting him, and this will promote Adiman and Gali up into second and third. So they will close out the podium positions provisionally. We've got Andrew Orthodox absolutely gunning it round, and we'll wait to see does Knack track get in front of Andrew here? He's coming out of the pits. Andrew coming
Andrew
across the line
passes
now.
him.
Andrew's
Jinx
out,
is
and
also
Jinxie
on the
as
back of
well.
him. On warmer tires, maybe he can do something. Has DRS as well.
Oh, it's going to be nip and tuck here from the two of them. And I think Jinxie, with those, as you say, warmer tyres, they're all heated up. And he's going to try and go all the way
Forced
around the
round
outside.
away.
Knack Track's going to hold him off, push him off, and he keeps the position. So Andrew Orthodox doing a really good job. In fact, both racing points. I was
I
saying they were quite far down, but
think
they've really,
Andrew also set the fastest lap right there.
yeah. So
With
he's got an extra point in his pocket there. Yeah, really impressive for the from the Racing Point guys. So second and fourth at the moment. Andrew Orthodox has got what 7, 8 laps to close 6 seconds on Gali ahead. If he's about a second a lap quicker, which he should be, he will do that before the end of the race, and then he'll be right on the back of. Oh, he's picked up a time penalty. Oh, he was doing so well, and then he's picked up a time penalty, and that's really put a stop on his charge, and he's going to have to be doubly quick now if he wants to do anything with this one. So we look back sort of to Knack Track behind him in fifth place. He's the one now who could be challenging the guys in front for the podium position. So uh, if Andrew can get past, he'll pull Knack Track with him. And
they
yeah, they've just got time now to absolutely rip into that lead that second and third have. That is heartbreak for Andrew. That really is. And Jinxie is slowly closing up behind. Reka in 7th, closing up as well as we watch on board with Fuki looking to make a move on Sienna Bob. These two fighting it out, and it does seem with the really long DRS straights that it just lap after lap, he's just kind of overtaking and re-overtaking. The Sienna Bob looking to make a move on Lord Volk. Is he going to get it done? Yes, he is. Lord Volk going very slowly. I don't know if he's got an issue there, or he's not being lapped, or it's Duke. Sorry, that's my bad. Yeah. Right. So that gap, Andrew Orthodox is taking out a good chunk of time out. Naktrack right up behind him. So Naktrack getting DRS off of Andrew Orthodox. Nak is not using his ERS as effectively as Stoggs was, and you can see at the
Sector
moment he,
2.
he just really wants to get past him. I don't know if he knows that Andrew's got a penalty, or he just doesn't care. He just wants a free air, and he says, "You know what? I just need to get past and set my own laps. I can't be relying on you to be quick. I've got to be quick myself." So he's got past now. He's going to try and pull a bit of a gap, I think. Um, and he's 4 seconds now behind Gali. They've got about 5.5 laps to make it all up.
Maybe it's time to talk about driver of the day.
Yeah, of course. I am not an admin on this chat, so I can't do any driver of the day prediction poll or anything like that. But you guys in chat, which I haven't got open, I'm ashamed to admit, I don't even know what the guys at home are talking about. Um, But you guys can always just say things in chat. You just say who you think, and I'm trying to load it up now. I'll have to find it in the Discord. Just sort of start saying names in chat as to who you think has done a really good job and who you think has maybe done a bit of a stinker.
I think
Maybe not the second one because that's a bit
Eddieman
mean.
is
But
up for contention because he's up 8 places from his starting position. Looks
yeah,
like
I mean,
maybe
for,
Gali can overtake him still, but
oh yeah, Gali. Actually, I hadn't seen that, but Gali has pulled himself into DRS range now. So the two of them will be battling each other for second place, which is until Track catches up to them, basically. Um, and all this battling, all it's going to do is help Track on his charge for second place. So Addyman's gained a lot of positions. He's definitely one of the contenders. Stoggs has been brilliant. He's really well, he's massied this race up, hasn't he? He's done exactly what
yeah, he
Massey's
did.
done last race. Probably watching that and taking notes last week. And
Wrecker and Hamlin also coming outside of the top 10, doing a great
yeah,
job
so
with their strategies.
I can bring up if I press the right button, which I'm not at the moment. Hold on a second. You won't be able to see it on your side, but I can see it on mine. So Jinxie's got the fastest lap at the moment. Not by much, actually by quite a lot. Um, what am I trying to click on here?
You're trying
If
to
we,
go to detail and position
yeah,
change.
having a bit of technical issues with my own brain. So Addyman's jumped up 8 positions. Andrew Orthodox up sixth, six
He will lose
positions.
some due to his penalties, at least to Jinxie.
Yeah, Wrecker and Hamlin both up 7 places. Uh, we'll have to sort of see how it all goes, but I think Stoggs has really done a great job. I think him keeping up to Knack Track on the slower tyre, using the DRS to just carry himself along. I think that's what's won him the race here today, um, and he's definitely up there for contention for driver of the day. Man as well. We'll have to see how this race unfolds, though, unfortunately, because Knack Track is closing up to these guys fast.
Yeah, but his pace is falling off a bit. I think his tires are getting to the point where he's not gaining as much as earlier on in his last step.
That is
Still,
true, but he is still gaining a good chunk of tenths out of these guys. Uh, and you can see on the map there, he's slowly coming into the picture as Gali and Adiman. Uh, I don't know. I haven't really seen them fight each other too much. Maybe Gali's waiting for the absolute last possible time to mount an overtake, or maybe just haven't got the pace. And Knacktrack now, yeah, he's almost a second within these guys. So in the space of just a couple of corners, and granted they were a lot of slow, tricky, mechanical grip corners. But Nakchak has pulled himself into DRS range. He's just got to have a really good final corner here, the final corner before the DRS detection zone. And he has, and he is within in range. So he will get the DRS open. Gali will ahead as well. So he's unlikely to make a move. Andrew has got the DRS on Nakchak as well. As we watch these guys. So Gali, is he going to make a move now on Adiman ahead?
He's close.
He's not quite
Big
close
old
enough.
dive
He's
bomb.
gonna. Oh, he is. He's gonna go for it. He
Just
just
overshot it a bit.
massively outbreaks himself, and he's going to be under real pressure now from Natrak behind. And Nak is going for it, and I think Gali kind of knew if he wanted to keep a position, he had to make a move on Adiman. It didn't quite work out. Natrak not quite round, but he's going to have
The
better
switchback.
traction. Is he going to have the inside line for the next corner? He is. They're going to go
Oh,
side by
it's
side. Are they going to
close.
make contact? They're leaving each other just about enough room. Nak is going to go all the way round, and he's going to drive off the inside.
Nay.
There's contact and a bit of sliding, and that's allowing Andrew to get past Gali as well. Whew. And Gali down into fifth now. Of course, he will get past Andrew on penalties, and that's allowed Jinxie as well to close up to the back of Gali. So
Yeah,
Gali
but
losing quite a lot.
that
Can Andrew
also
pull?
allowed Eddieman to pull a gap to Necktrack.
That did, and that's 2.5 seconds nearly that he's got over Natrak. So Natrak's going to have to pull all of that back and overtake him. Um, Andrew Orthodox has the chance now to maybe pull 3 seconds on Gali. If Gali can hold up Jinxie, which I don't think he'll be able to given the tyre situation, but if he is able to, maybe Andrew can keep fourth place. And the other thing to note is that if Andrew can try and overtake Nakchak, what he can do is slow down Nakchak on his hunt to try and pass Adiman. So he can do a bit of team orders work here, and he. Oh, he's close. He's close. He's not quite close enough to do anything. And Jinxie, I don't think Jinxie's gotten past Gali. He has.
Yes, around the
So
outside.
Jinxie up into fifth. Andrew not quite close enough to do anything with Nakchak here. Maybe he's thinking he can use the DRS from the carbon head to pull 3 seconds to Gali. He is far enough ahead of Wrecker that he will finish at least in sixth, but he
It's
will be
all
hoping.
falling apart for Gali. 1 lap ago he was still fighting for second, and now he's back down in sixth.
Yeah, and especially considering how close he was to Adiman in second, and and how far Adiman is now ahead of him. So
Yeah.
Adiman still looking good for second place. There's a lap and a half to go. Do not blink. Don't even breathe. We've got so much action on the way. We've got Nakchak closing in. He's only 1.5. He's not going to be in DRS range when they cross the start finish line. He is absolutely using all of his overtake now, though, trying to just close that gap. Andrew close behind, and Jinxie close behind Andrew as well, but not quite close enough to do anything about it, I don't think. So here they come. Stoggs has crossed the line quite a while ago, and Addyman's about to cross the line now to start the final lap of the race. Andrew quite close up to Nakchak, but Nakchak hasn't got the pace. As they come into the braking zone, this is a high traction zone. Will Nakchak be able to pull himself into DRS? It doesn't look like he will be. So Addyman has managed to close to hold off that second gap. Nakchak not able to close it up. Andrew right behind him, but not enough to make a move. And even if he did, it wouldn't really mean anything. And I don't really see anywhere now for Nakchak to overtake.
He's
He's not.
within DRS range now.
He is. He will have DRS in the next corner, but Addyman and himself both have about the same amount of ERS. And Nakchak, I don't even know if he will get
He
DRS.
didn't get DRS.
And where's the activation point? It's been and gone, so he hasn't got DRS. Andrew has got DRS on him, and Jinxie dropping a little bit further back
Andrew
behind
spun
those guys.
around.
Oh, he's spun round, and that's promoted Jinxie up into fourth. That's promoted Gali back up into fifth, and Wrecker now
His
coming
tires are
round,
cooked. He has to
and
be
Wrecker's
careful
going to take the
now.
position.
Wrecker's
Wrecker up
gone
into
fast
sixth
as
as we
well.
see Stoggs cross the line, and he wins. So Stoggs winning the round six in Bahrain. So I hadn't paused to take a drink. And here comes Addy Man. What a race he's done as well. and up into second, and he's done absolutely brilliantly to fight off the soft runners
Yeah,
behind. Can't take too much away from Naktrack. He has done a great race. It just hasn't been the same kind of spectacularness as
a
Stoggs and
lot
Addy
of
Man in
Eddie
front.
Man's spam in the chat as well. I guess we found our driver of the day for today.
Well, with all the action going on, I never actually had a chance to open up the Twitch stream, so I can't actually see what's going on in chat. But wow, for me, there's it's going to be close for me. It's got to be either Stoggs or Addy Man, and I just have to say, brilliant drive to both of them.
Yeah,
Both made the best of their.
dominating fashion for stocks.
Yeah, really, really well done. And I think he was benefited by a couple of the
Yeah,
guys fighting behind him. We saw, I think, Massey and Naktrack were fighting, and then Gali and Jinxie or someone was fighting behind that, and it was all allowing Stoggs to run away with it, and he certainly didn't disappoint. And here comes Ferron to cross the line. Last driver. So, Stoggs with a good haul of 25 points and Addy Man with a decent haul of 18. Driver of the day from the game goes to Addy Man. I'm still on the fence. What about you, Instinct?
yeah. I think I have to give it to Eddie Man. Last time, I think we didn't agree on giving it to Massey for his dominating win, so I will stick to Eddie Man. Although we still have to keep in mind that Stocks did a really good job in intelligent drive, staying behind neck track throughout his faster tire stint. Just being dragged along was really smart from him.
Yeah, definitely. Outstanding drive from Stoggs. And it was that point where he was behind Naktrack that really won him the race. That that level of thought and just thinking, you know what, let's stick behind. Let's not try and go for an overtake, not do anything silly. Let's just use that DRS and slingshot myself along. And that's what's won in the race. And Addy Man, we've seen quite a bit of him, but yeah, again, fantastic race from the guy. And he's pulled himself up in second because of it, and well deserved. So, Stoggs in first, Addy Man second, Naktrack in third, rounding out the podium. We've got Jinxie in fourth with the fastest lap, so he will get 13 points, I believe. And then other drivers are behind them. I didn't quite see that, but you will see the full standings posted in the Discord. I hope you've had a good one. We certainly have. It's been an absolutely stonker of a race.
Yeah,
Oh,
brilliant
stonker, is that the
racing
wrong
from
word?
all guys.
Yeah, brilliant. And we hope to see it again in round 7. And I dare say we will, because this division is the division that just keeps on giving.
Yeah,
I've been
it's
Mark.
so close. We have 6 winners out of 6 races.
Well, yeah, hoping for another 7th next one. Anyway, I've been Mark. I'm joined here by Instinct, and we wish you all the best until the next time we see you. Take
See
care.
you next week. Bye bye.